What's going on, everybody? So I promised you guys an update video a while back. I did a video on the right angle impact from Milwaukee, and I'm pretty sure the title of the video, I actually can't remember. I think which is the right angle impact right for you or something, I don't know. But I kind of compared it to the snap-on ratchets. Now obviously this is an impact and this is a ratchet. I do understand the difference. And hopefully you do as well. This impacts similar to like an actual impact, and these do not impact, they just ratchet, so they won't typically break things free. Now they will break stuff free, but most of the time you're actually forcing it free yourself, pushing on the bolt or nut, breaking it free, and then ratcheting it loose. So I just wanted to do a video, kind of update you guys on what I think about this, and then how often do I use these and such. So I actually use this thing all the time. I primarily use it for brakes. I do use it for timing belt jobs on Hondas, for the mount on the passenger side engine mount. There's a 17 millimeter that comes out the front, and then two 14 millimeters on the top. And this works good for that as well. And I do use it for some other stuff if I can't get a standard style impact like this, or you know, something like this in there. If I can't fit a standard style impact in there and I need something to actually impact, I will use that. I highly recommend, if you buy one, buy the 6.0 batteries. They last so much longer. You have full power longer. You will notice a difference if you have the smaller version of the batteries. So I actually do use this more now than I do my two ratchets. I think this is the standard right angle, or standard 3/8 ratchet. All the part numbers are worn off. CTR 767, and this is the CTR 768, which I think this is the Brute. And then this is the standard one. I don't use the standard one very much. I typically use the Brute if I grab one. And then this is the new brushless, which actually, of the three ratchets, I use the brushless one more now, because it does have more power. I do notice a difference and it's faster. The Brute is nice. The thing I always warned people about the Brute is it does take time to break in. When they first told me that, it was like the first ratchet that they mentioned that it needed break-in time, and I was like, that's stupid. But after a while, it did get better and it did get stronger. It really weird. Not really sure what the reason is behind that. I didn't ask, I didn't care. But it does get better over time. But it is slow. You have to understand the Brute is a slow ratchet, but it's made for more torque, obviously. The thing I do like about these is you have a lot of leverage, so you can break something free. They say they're only rated for something, but I'm telling you right now, I literally take two hands and hang on this thing to break bolts free. I've yet to have anything break on either one of these as far as anvils or necks or anything like that. I do believe the Brute, when I first got it, I had to send it in and they sent me a new one back. And ever since then, it's been fine. The brushless ratchet, I sent in once. I just was using it one day, all of a sudden the light started flashing, trigger wouldn't work, nothing happened. Sent it in for repair, they sent it back, and they said something about the board went bad. Used it for a couple weeks, maybe a month or so, and it started randomly doing that again. I'd go to push the trigger and nothing would happen and the lights would flash. It would start working after a few seconds, or if I pulled the battery out and put it back in. My dealer just took care of me, he just warrantied out and gave me a new one, and I've not had any issues with that since. This, I've had zero issues with so far. I know a lot of guys use Milwaukee and a lot of guys use Snap-on. My personal experience with Milwaukee has not been that great as far as the older 3/8 impact and the older half-inch ones. For example, no, I don't actually have it around anywhere. I don't think so. Yeah, who knows where it's at. But anyways, the older half-inch impact, the M18, it's not the 1,400 foot-pound one, it's the one before that. I had to send that in a total of 3 times to get repaired. The fourth and final time, they just sent me a brand new one, or a refurbished one, I think is what it was. And since then, I've not had any issues out of it. So, and my 3/8 one, same thing. And then I had a a 1/2 inch mid torque that I had to send in like 2 or 3 times as well. All 3 of those impacts I had to send in a ton. I think a total of like 7 or 8 times between all 3 of them that I had. Now the newer ones, like I said, that one, the right angle, and these 2, the 3/8, I've not had any issues out of them. I don't use these a ton. I love the toggle switch or trigger. I love this. It's kind of one of them things, if you don't use one, and then when you go to use it, it's really annoying, but once you get used to it, it's like you never want to go back to anything else. So that's what I use primarily most of the time, but obviously when that's not strong enough, I pull out the bigger, heavier duty M18 3/8 ones, or I'll use this, obviously. The one thing I will also say about this one, by the way, the part number on this is 2565-20. The nice thing I will say is I got the 1/2 inch version. I think that does help, just for the fact that you transfer more power, or at least I assume you do. I don't know if I would use it as much as if it was in 3/8. I'm not sure. And maybe someday I'll grab the 3/8 just because I probably won't keep both of these forever. I had these, and then obviously down the road I upgraded to that. So anyways, I've got nothing but good things to say about this. There are times where it's not strong enough, but it's not rated for a ton of power either. So it's kind of one of them things, you just have to understand what you're using it for. Too many people, I feel like, get stuck into like power numbers and stuff like that, and you can watch a lot of these torque channels and see that the tools hardly ever put out what they're rated for. I'm not sure how these companies get away with, advertising these torque ratings, and then the actual numbers don't get there, but whatever. So yeah, if you're looking at buying one of these, highly, highly, highly recommend it. If you're looking at buying any of these, I do like the long neck ratchets because you can get into a lot of tight spaces. I do not like the Milwaukee ones. They're very bulky. The Milwaukee extended ratchets, basically like this size here, and the neck's a lot bigger. These are a lot smaller, and the batteries are smaller, obviously, as far as comparatively to these ones here. And the brushless, the new brushless CTR861 is fantastic as well. You're always going to get people that whine and cry about Snap-on prices. Yes, it sucks. Yes, the warranty's not as good, Milwaukee. To each his own. As I say in all these videos, who cares what you're buying, what somebody else is buying? As long as it works for you and gets the job done, that's all that matters. That's why I do these videos, to give you guys my opinions. I'm not here to say one brand is better than the other. As far as what my experience goes, I've had worse experience as far as Milwaukee goes, as far as warrantying out and stuff, than I have Snap-on. But, you know what? I still own both, so it is what it is. My biggest thing is I want to be able to have multiple tools to get the job done. If I have to warranty something out, it sucks. The only difference for me is I don't buy Milwaukee off the tool truck because it's so much more expensive. I buy it online. The Snap-on stuff, obviously I buy off the tool truck, and if I need to get it warrantied out, they'll either give me a loaner or a replacement. So that's convenience, and he's, for most people, he's carrying an account on the truck at no interest if you're buying it and making payments a week, if you're not buying it on your credit account. So it's going to be more expensive. They got more overhead. They've got tool trucks they got to pay. Snap-on's got to make money, and then the tool truck driver's got to make money. So you're going to have more overhead. Milwaukee doesn't have a ton of tool truck guys obviously tool truck guys sell them, but they're not trying to make as much money off the way the pay scale goes. So it's a little different, but that's why if you look at Cornwell and you try to buy this and then you go on whatever, eBay or one of the tool websites, these are a lot cheaper because the tool guy's got to make his money too. So just depends on how you want to buy it, what's convenient for you. So hopefully this video helps you guys. I'm not, like I said, I don't typically get into specs and stuff like that. You can do that research yourself and see if it's going to work for you. I just can tell you in my real world experience that I do love this tool. I use it basically every day, and it's been worth its weight in gold. So appreciate you guys. If you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button, turn on them notifications, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.